Good morning and welcome to this week's episode of the Last Night's Game podcast. I'm your host, Amy Butchon-Siegfried. And today we are going to talk about some people who are talented. And then there are these people that have somehow mastered fame and a sport. Because we're not just talking about celebrities who work out and post a gym selfie, although I'm pretty sure they do that too. We're talking about people who could have actually legitimately gone pro, competed at a really high level. It's the kind of talent where you start to wonder if they've picked the wrong career. And today we're breaking down the best of them because we've got a pop star who almost went pro, an Oscar winner who nearly made the Olympics, and someone who could absolutely take you down in under 10 seconds. And here joining me today is the one who can take you down with his megawatt smile, my favorite co-host and brother, Scott. Scott, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you for having me on. I can also take you down with useless sports knowledge, which is my ability that I bring to this podcast. Excited
It's your
to
superpower.
It's my superpower, my celebrity power, I guess. So we're going to highlight, we're coming off some award seasons with all the big award shows. You're going to see these celebrities courtside during the playoffs of all the sports we have coming up. So we'll shed some light on maybe they want to jump on the court or on the ice, take
Maybe they're looking at a nice movie deal as an athlete, which we have some of those too. But you were also
yes.
noting that the Met Gala's around the corner. So let's just talk like that's fashion, celebrity, and all the things all wrapped in one too. So, all the things coming up that you might see your favorite athlete and favorite celebrity, or one of those that's
Or
one and
both.
one and both.
Yes.
So let's start off. If we're gonna fire up a sports fan this week, what are we going to talk about?
Celebrities who could have gone pro and some who probably still could.
And the top of this list is the remarkable runner of Harry Styles. He ran the Berlin Marathon in the fall. An impressive, it's under 3 hours, 2 hours, 59 minutes, and 13 seconds. That would take me 3 days.
Yeah, I'm running a half marathon in almost that time. I can attest that that is a very shockingly good time. Clearly, he's got great lungs from being in One Direction, dancing around on the stage,
It must be up. That's it.
and whatever else he's been doing. And you might think, how did he run that, being such a big celebrity, under a pseudonym?
As you do.
Dead Serenados. He wore a disguise with a headband, sunglasses, and a mustache to avoid being mobbed by fans and ruining his extremely good time.
Well, clearly someone figured that out,
I think afterwards, maybe he revealed that, perhaps.
perhaps. And now everyone knows his name he checks in at hotels under.
So he's going to have to get another. I'm sure he's got multiple pseudonyms, and I mean, he could be running marathons in the Olympics maybe someday.
Yeah, who knows? Well, it's funny because his new album that's out, Kiss All the Time, Disco Occasionally, we have a bunch of Harry Styles fans on our team, and they were talking one day about how this album is essentially made for running. It's designed with the beat and everything is rhythmic for running, and how that really has influenced his music right now.
I mean, that's pretty incredible because that can certainly assist you in running a fast marathon. So I guess he's just listening to himself
So I guess
the
I should
entire
just listen
time.
to his album when I run
When you run, yes,
with a mustache
and a
and a headband.
headband. Yeah.
Yes.
So maybe keep your eyes open. Harry's going to keep using fake names and running really great marathon times.
Well, I joke that sometimes I need a pseudonym, like an alter ego to channel, to do things I need to do to put myself out there. And,
Yeah.
Sasha Fierce is already taken. Stead Sarandos is also taken. So I'm going to have to come up with something just equally as witty.
Maybe the listeners can chime in and get you an alter ego that runs really fast.
Yeah. It doesn't break down and runs.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of singers that are athletic, let's talk about Justin Bieber. I know people know that Justin is Canadian and that maybe he even plays hockey, but he's a legit hockey player.
Yeah. On top of being a heartthrob, he's also extremely talented on the ice, which is kind of hard to believe based on, his career as a musician. And I mean, he's been offered contracts. He's had competition offered against NHL goalies. He's coached all-star teams. He's done it all.
And the love of sports. Again, he chose at a young age, chose singing over
I mean, less physically demanding, probably. But
possibly.
actually, based on his career, I don't know. Maybe hockey would have been better.
I think he and Tiger had similar extracurricular activities, and they both were, he could have been the best in hockey. And maybe if he was a hockey player, Team USA wouldn't have beat Canada in the Olympics.
That's Canada's probably one
Canada.
regret, I would guess. Yeah. I mean, he's been offered like ECHL contract, which is, minor league hockey. So they tried. They really
Yeah,
did
they
try.
tried. They tried. Now here's one that you had on the list that completely shocked me because I didn't know this.
Mhm,
Joe Rogan, we know as multiple levels of however you know him in his career, but right now we're
mhm,
podcast Joe Rogan.
mhm.
He is a martial arts, like, mega take you out, possibly kill you kind of guy.
Yeah, he's known as a podcaster now, which is very funny to people who've seen him progress throughout his career. But when he's not talking on the podcast, he's doing mixed martial arts. He's doing taekwondo. He's doing jujitsu. He's a second degree black belt in taekwondo, won like multiple tournaments and championships. And he's got this spinning back kick that is like extremely lethal. And so he's a very flexible man. So he's got a spinning back kick that he's taught a bunch of like UFC fighters, and they've been able to institute it into their repertoire.
Well, that makes
So,
sense why he's kind of ringside at UFC. I don't know if he still is, but, like, why
mhm.
he kind of fits that mold because he understands a lot of it.
Yeah, I think that's really how he got into doing that, is that he knew more than anyone else at that time because it was so new and he was so into jujitsu at the time, and he's got black belts in jujitsu too. So he could take you out while talking to you on a 4-hour podcast.
It's so interesting because, watching Joe Rogan come up in his career, he's very, like, out there, I don't know, he's comedy, like, everything's a little what's the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for? It feels I don't wanna say this nice, like, it felt a little low rent, right? And you hear him on his podcast, you're like, "Wow, you actually ask really amazing questions, and
Mhm.
you're a good interviewer, and I'm so intrigued by what you've pulled out of this guest." And I haven't listened to many, but the few I have, I was like, "Oh, wow, I'm really impressed."
Yeah. So, I mean, he's a great listener and can have a conversation with anyone and then give them a spinning back kick to the head if he doesn't like
If you don't
what
like your
happened.
answer, you're getting
Yeah.
your butt kicked. But then on the other side of it here, we have Jason Statham, who is an actor, action actor who kicks butt on the movie screen.
Mhm.
But he has a little nugget of athleticism that's not has nothing to do with the what he does on screen.
You would think he would be the one with all these
Right.
taekwondo black belts and jiu-jitsu black belts and kicking people in the head based on his movie acting career, but he was actually a diver for for the Great Britain's national diving team. So that is something we did not see coming.
I did not see that. When I went through the
No,
notes before this, the Joe Rogan and the Jason Statham, I was like, "Oh, I did not."
surprised. You would think that those would be swapped, maybe. I don't
Also
know.
that too. Then again, I don't know that Joe Rogan really appeals to me as a diver either, but the idea of, like, he competed in the Commonwealth Games, and for those who
Hmm.
don't know, that's basically all the countries in the world that were once property of England compete in these Commonwealth Games. And so he competed in the Commonwealth Games. I don't think he did super well, but he still competed. It's more than I've ever done in a diving competition.
Same. Yeah, I think he tried out for the Olympics as well, but unfortunately didn't make it. But had he made the Olympics, we never would have had these wonderful action movies and blown
Transporter,
people up.
I mean, I don't those are not really my movie genre. My mother-in-law could tell you all of them because she loves all the catch the bad guy, beat 'em up movies, so she will love
Well,
this fact.
I'm kind of sad that they haven't really featured him like diving into pools a lot that I
I
know
know.
of.
Could we get maybe he has some, like, it's now, like, because he didn't make the Olympic team, he's sort of jaded.
Probably, yes.
I mean, imagine the swan dive, like, g go he could be a great Red Bull diver. You ever watched those? They're terrifying. Yeah, actually, they're terrifying. But still, I mean, he does probably crazier things on action flicks, so there's that.
Yes.
But then we do have an Oscar award-winning actress who almost made the Olympics.
Mhm.
Geena Davis, we know her from, like, these '90s movies, A League of Their Own. She's been in stuff recently, but I cannot think of what it is right at this moment. But she nearly made the US Olympic team in archery. She was practicing 5 hours a day to make the Olympic team.
I mean, that's pretty amazing. Was that after her movie career? Do we know?
Yeah,
Or
basically,
during?
this was for the 2000 Olympics, so this was the Sydney
Oh,
Olympics in
okay. So she
2000 she
was
was trying out for.
already a movie star.
Yes.
I think she finished like 24th out of 300, which is that's pretty remarkable.
It's incredible. I think I'm assuming that, maybe you're so focused on your craft at one point. It's kind of like, you
Mhm.
find these executives who, I mean, all of us, right? We're all spending 40, 60 hours a week working. And it's like you have to find something when maybe that's not so, in her case, but maybe she's not having much luck. And so find something else to fill that void to drive you.
Yeah, and it's probably off the radar too, so you're not worried about being mobbed by fans and people
Right.
recognize you all the time.
At
You can
archery, yeah.
yes.
Now, I want to take us a little different spin. Typically, we talk about a go to conversation starter with
Mhm.
sports fans, but sports fans, this one's for you to turn it into a conversation starter with pop culture fans.
And this is your wait, I did not know that moment.
And you gave me one of these that I am now going to use because she is coming back into the headlines. Celine Dion.
Yes, Celine Dion, she's back in the headlines. I believe she's about to announce or is announcing some Paris shows. I think
Yeah.
that's official.
There were rumors last week because there were signs going up everywhere in Paris with her lyrics of her songs. And now she's announced 4 concerts in Paris. And, we know that she's dealing with stiff person syndrome,
Mhm.
but she swore she was going to get back on the stage, and she's going to. And you unveiled that she's been hitting the links as of even last year.
Yes, even with that, I mean, that's a terrible disorder that she has, the stiff syndrome, but she posted a video last year golfing, and she's actually got a 17 handicap, which is in the golf world is very good. That means like she's a
Phenomenal.
legit golfer, and I think it seems like she's still golfing, and it gives her, something to get out and do that's not,
Seeing
extremely physical taxing. So Celine can hit the
that
links.
that time in Vegas, living
Yeah,
out by Lake Las Vegas paid
a lot of
off.
golf courses. Yes.
Golf courses, yeah. Well, so we have her on the one end with golf, but then we're going back to hockey and Keanu Reeves. I mean, the career that this man has had. Also, I think he's in his late 60s, maybe. He's older than you think when you see him. I saw a picture of him and they were talking about how I think he's like, I want to say like 68 or something. And that to me is mind blowing. But, anyways, he's had quite the hockey career.
Yes, another one that got away from Canada. Bieber and Reeves, could you imagine what
Canadians,
they
you
could
guys
have
got a
done
lot
for
to
the
shut
country?
down.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't won a Stanley Cup since the early '90s, so somebody could have really used his expertise. Yeah, he was recruited to the OHL and almost went pro. I think he may have gotten hurt.
I saw that,
It
yes.
was probably what ended his career, and thank goodness for us that he did get hurt. We've got amazing career of acting. Bill and
I mean, we
Ted's
wouldn't have
Excellent
The
Adventure
Matrix.
never would have happened. In The Matrix, no,
Matrix, Speed, none of that would have ever happened. John Wick,
none
none
of
of
it.
those would ever happened if he had a hockey career.
I'm sorry, Canada.
Yeah. Your Canada's loss is our gain on the big
Yes, it
screen.
is. Absolutely.
And then there's a whole list of women that I went through who have played field hockey. We have Emma Watson, who we know from Harry Potter. She
Mhm.
played field hockey at Brown. We had Kate Middleton is apparently quite the field hockey player, as well as Ellie Kemper. So from The Office, also known as the Cole's mom on commercials right now.
Okay, that's right. I recognize that
That's
name.
yeah, she
Yep.
played at Princeton. So, like, field hockey see, mom was a trendsetter playing field
Uh-huh.
hockey that all these women saw her mother playing field hockey and wanted to
Yes.
go out and join.
Yes, unfortunately, she was a little bit before her time.
She was progressive.
She was progressive, so she inspired Emma Watson, who, probably didn't have to go to Prince,
She went
go
to
to
Brown.
Brown, or do anything after the Harry Potter movies. So,
I mean, if you're gonna take on field hockey, you and Kate
mhm.
Middleton could have quite the face-off, throw in Ellie Kemper, who's from my opinion, from what I've seen, very tall, so maybe her and Kate Middleton could match up because I
I
don't think
think with
Emma's that
that,
big.
no,
So, there's that, if you have a reason to put your daughter in field hockey, there it is, right there,
that is,
and all 3 of those women are very well educated and have gone to have great careers, so there you go.
and our mother. So,
That's
what more
also
do
true,
you need?
and our mother, that's true. I mean, she
Yes,
made us, so if there's any product from
whatever.
how good field hockey is for you, for better or for worse.
Yeah,
And then I wanna move us into our last segment because I wanna talk about if you don't have a team to cheer for this week or you don't have a team, period. We're in basketball season, we're in baseball season, we're in soccer season for the NWSL. There's so much going on. If you don't have a team to cheer for, who are you gonna cheer for this week?
it's people who didn't stay in one lane.
I love people who don't stay in one lane. LeBron James never stayed in one lane.
He
He
did not.
played football and basketball and turned out to be a pretty darn good basketball player.
Yeah, and I think that's probably a good message for the younger generation who a lot of them have been told they can only play one sport and they have to specialize in one sport. So this is a wonderful segment to inspire the youth.
I mean, there's that, right? Well, you think about it, yes, the repetitive injury of one sport. But then you look at someone like we're gonna talk about the multi-talented Justin Timberlake.
Yes, Justin
Once again,
Timberlake.
also a phenomenal dancer, phenomenal
Yes.
golfer.
Yes, not running marathons, so he's not using his lungs from singing to run, but just to
No,
golf.
just to golf. I mean, there's that. Does he still do that big Shriners golf tournament in
No,
Vegas?
it changed sponsor names, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So,
But
not
he still does it.
necessarily, but yeah, he's a 6 handicap golfer, and I believe he's either won or come close to winning the Tahoe tournament, which everyone plays
I was
in.
just gonna ask about that, the big Tahoe tournament that
Yes.
is the celebrity, and everybody who's anybody from Steph Curry to
Mhm,
Travis Kelce to Justin Timberlake are all there.
mhm, and at that, so he's up there. He's used his time when he's not singing and dancing to hit the links.
Yeah, I mean, but it is a so you need that outlet. It goes back to, like, we need an outlet to escape, and that's his. Another one who is a legit pickup player, kind of a sneaky one that you're not expecting is Adam Sandler.
Yep, Adam Sandler, by all accounts, every movie he has, has a basketball court and plays pickup most of the time when he's not actually shooting movies, so I think he plays in, like, his polo shirt and basketball shorts that he wears everywhere, so he just looks like the least athletic person ever, but everyone who plays with him says he's legit. I
I
think
feel like
you'll
he
even see him, like, go to, like, random courts and just play,
play pickup
and
games.
most people probably don't even know that who he is because he dresses like he's not
You know,
famous.
he's, like, at least last year, I don't know, but he's the highest paid actor.
Really?
Yes. And I
Okay.
think it's because of I mean, he's got so many random Netflix movies, like, he's just been making stuff that maybe you're not seeing on, like, in the movies,
Yeah.
but he's a legit, like, highest paid actor in Hollywood, at least as of last year. I haven't checked there's numbers are I guess, aren't really out for this year, but
I'm sure Happy Gilmore too helped.
now I have a question for you. One we're gonna talk about next is Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers wasn't in Happy Gilmore, was he? Was he the
No, I think
Oh,
sadly, I
okay,
think he passed away just before, like, during shooting, so I don't think he was able to be in it.
but he was in the first one.
Chubbs.
He's Chubbs.
Yeah, there's no Happy Gilmore without Chubbs, so
Well, I was
shout
reading
out
this,
to
I'm like,
Carl Weathers.
I think that's the same guy, and he's
Mhm.
not only an actor, but he used to play for the Raiders.
He played for the Raiders, he played in the Canadian Football League too, so he was a legit football player, crushing people on the field, and then he transitioned to acting where he was in Rocky, right?
Rocky, he was in Rocky, he was in Arrested Development, he was obviously in Happy Gilmore for
Happy
those of you who
Gilmore.
haven't seen it. He was the golf coach in the first one whose hand got bit off by the crocodile
Yes, it did.
or crocodile alligator. Crocodiles
Alligator,
are in
gator
saltwater.
gator bit his damn
Gator.
hand off. Yeah.
That's what he does say, but I got his eye.
Yeah.
But in a similar mold, we have similar but not,
Mhm.
Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Like, you can't talk about athletic celebrities and not talk about him. I mean, he's taken a national championship at the University of Miami
Mhm.
and turned that into a career beyond careers, right? We went from wrestling and WWE and baby oil and tiny Speedos to having your own tequila brand and being in Moana and having your whole, like, the whole thing, you and Kevin Hart being BFFs in all the movies. Like, he's turned that into a whole thing.
Yeah, he's definitely in every lane.
Mhm.
He's done it all, and probably no one would have imagined that when he was in Miami, and I think he was like a backup to a Hall of Fame player, so I don't think he got too much time playing, but from what he's done from there to now is it's beyond remarkable and still
And
going and still very, very strong.
he's still involved in it's not the XFL, they merged with the USFL and now they're the UFL, is that right? Did I get that order correct?
I think so. It gets a little confusing with all the, U's and F's and stuff.
But
But
they
yes,
merged
he did have
essentially.
the lead, yeah.
Yeah, and so he's still in it. I mean, still in the sport and does a lot of business with his ex-wife actually as his business partner. And so it's
That's
cool
probably
to
more impressive actually than
it
anything he's
really
done
is
for his football
pretty
career.
impressive. I mean,
Yeah.
I think it's the leap from the tall boots and the Speedos
Mhm.
to like a Moana movie, like a Disney being like a Disney vibe. And like that leap and then the working really well hand in hand with your ex-wife is pretty incredible.
It's multifaceted.
Okay, so we have, like, a list of other people that we just don't have time to even cover at this point, but I'm gonna mention them quickly. We have Marina Menounos, who TV celebrity, Madden champion, video game. We have Ice Cube, who
Did
is a
not know.
big basketball player, but he's the founder of Big 3 Basketball League, also on not NCIS, what's the other one I'm blanking on? Why can't I not think of I don't watch crime shows, guys. Dun, dun.
Okay. Our mother's going to be very upset.
I
I
know.
blanked on this
Why am I
one.
blanking? What is it called? It'll come to me. CIS, CSI, right?
One of those.
No, not that
One
one.
of them,
It's one of those. Sorry,
one
guys.
of those things.
One of those. Anyways, he's on that one. Also a rapper. Then we have Bradley Cooper, who was on the Georgetown crew team. Lot of Ivy Leagues here in this list.
Yeah, noted Eagles fan,
That's
noted
true.
food commercial guy now with
Yep.
McConaughey,
Yeah.
2
Uber Eats. Uber
BFFs.
Eats.
I think it's Uber Eats,
I
yeah.
think it's Uber Eats. Yeah. Clever. And then we have like Elsa Hosk, who's a former basketball player for Sweden, but is a model and chose modeling over basketball. And so it's impressive to see this list and how it's really changed. We hope that we were talking about this beforehand, that next time we do this podcast about this topic, we find more women on this list.
Yeah, we need them to get out there and use the inspirations they have with all the rise
I
in
want you to
women's
take over the
sports.
world. Yeah, take
Yeah.
over the world, ladies. I mean, there's all these stats of women quitting sports at 14. Don't do that. Keep going. I can't wait to
Yep,
see it. I can't wait to talk about it next time because that's where we're at.
yeah. Be like
Well,
Celine.
be like
Go golf.
Celine. Channel your Celine. Your heart will
Yes,
go on.
they will.
So, I mean, it really turns out that some of the most interesting athletes aren't even in sports anymore. And this is exactly why sports is the most fantastic way to connect with people because there's a surprising angle to hit on every side and talk about the world of sports. And so I want to wrap us with that's the sports and celebrity news that you'll want to spill.